The all-new Tactacam Reveal Ultra Cell Cam was released earlier this summer, and I'm not the first to make a video about it, but that's because I've been busy using and testing the camera over the past 3 months. I've been testing its features, checking out the photo and video quality. I have plenty of samples to share with you. I like a lot of things about this camera, but unfortunately there's something I really don't like. I'll share all of that with you. Today it's the Tactacam Reveal Ultra. Let's get started. The Reveal Ultra is the latest release from Tactacam. The Ultra camera offers new features never before offered by any previous Tactacam cameras. Now, if packaging says anything about a company, this packaging screams quality. Now, I realize in the end the packaging doesn't make the camera work any better, but I was impressed with the Ultra's packaging. The Ultra now offers active GPS. The camera also gives the user the option between no glow or low glow. That's right, you can switch between no glow or low glow, simply going into the app and selecting whichever is going to work best in your area. The new Ultra now has a live stream feature. That means with this live view at any time from anywhere, even if the camera did not detect activity, you can log into the app and get a near live view of exactly what's happening in front of your camera. This camera also offers on-demand photos and videos, so you can request a photo or a video to be taken. This feature allows you to request that photo or video at any time, allowing you to manually do a health check on the camera. This camera works with all major cellular carriers in the US, and the camera will automatically select the best signal in the area that you mount the camera. The new Ultra has a burst mode that will allow you to choose up to 9 photos in a burst. That's more than any previous Tactacam camera. The Ultra has internal SD for internal memory, but it also has an optional full-size SD port if you choose to use an SD card. The camera offers a 2-inch LCD screen, which makes setup and navigating the menu extremely easy. This camera is powered by 12 AA batteries, but it also has a 12-volt external power port if you want to use a solar panel or Tactacam's latest accessory, the belt of batteries. I love this new accessory. Well, this camera sounds great on paper, but how well does it actually perform? Photo and video quality are extremely important to me, so I'm going to share some sample videos with you. You can judge for yourself how clear you think these videos are. You can take notice if there's any difference in the clarity between the nighttime or the daytime videos. You can also check out the audio that's included with the videos to see how well you can hear what's in front of the camera. I'll also share plenty of sample photos as well during my final thoughts. So I thought the camera had good quality in its videos, both daytime and nighttime. Now in the nighttime videos, I tested the camera in both low glow and no glow modes, and honestly, I couldn't tell a huge difference. So I would say the quality is pretty close whether you operate it in low glow or no glow. Now I did take the camera and put it in a dark room, operated it on video mode in both low glow and no glow. On the low glow mode, you do see the 4 infrared lights because it's on low glow mode. I then switched the camera to no glow, and there was no visible light to the human eye. I couldn't see anything when it was taking a video in a dark room. So personally, I'll operate the camera in no glow mode. I like the fact that you can't see any visible light, and performance-wise, I think it's very close, or at least that was my experience, between the no glow and low glow mode. So next I wanted to do a demonstration of the camera's live view. If you open up the app, you can enter the live view. There are 4 different steps that the camera goes through before it gives you this live view of exactly what's happening in front of the camera. As you can see, we're in step 2 now of 4. We'll just simply see how long it takes before we can get this live view. There's step 3 is completed. We're on to step 4. We're over 2 minutes in. We're on step 4. It's still spinning, trying to load that live view, but nothing. This has been a pretty common occurrence. I have got the live view to work in the past, but personally I've experienced more trouble than I've had satisfaction with this feature. So I do not know if it's an isolated problem with just my camera or maybe something through the app, but with the live view, there are times it works, there are times it's extremely slow, and there are times it simply doesn't connect at all. The last feature I wanted to discuss before giving my final thoughts is this camera offers active GPS. I think the manufacturers of these cameras are going in the right direction. I love the fact that they can help mitigate theft. The active GPS on this camera, even if somebody with sticky fingers were to take the camera, remove the battery tray, turn the camera off, this camera has an internal battery that will continue to operate up to 72 hours. So this active GPS will give updates every 6 hours according to Tactacam, and this internal battery will last up to 72 hours, meaning if this camera walks off on its own, even if the camera's turned off or the battery tray is completely removed, you still will be getting that updated GPS coordinates every 6 hours for up to 72 hours. I like this option not only to deter thieves, but let's say a bear grabs your camera, rips it off the tree and rolls it down the mountain or carries it off in its mouth maybe 100, 200 yards away. Now with this active GPS feature, theoretically you can get those updated coordinates with that internal battery and you can know exactly where your camera's at. Now fortunately I have not dealt with any thieves or hungry bears in the past 3 months, so I've not had the need to utilize this active GPS. The camera is simply pinned on the map exactly where I have placed it 3 months ago. So I've been discussing some of my favorite features with this camera. I've been showing you sample videos that the camera has sent me, both daytime and nighttime. It's now time for my final thoughts. I'll give you the pros and cons as I see it after actually using the camera. I'll start off with the positives, and leading the list of positives, at least for me, was the photo and video quality. I thought this camera did an excellent job both daytime and nighttime. As promised, I'll be showing you some of the sample photos as well, although I operated this camera on photo plus video mode the entire time I used the camera. Along with the good photo and video quality, I thought the camera had good audio when you had the camera on video mode. So as it was taking a video, I thought you could easily hear the ambient sounds. If the animals were making noise or as they were walking past the camera, you could hear exactly what was going on, and that's important to me. Another positive for me was the camera's ease of use. I think Tactacam pretty well has it perfected as far as activating your cameras, adding them to your app, getting photos and videos sent directly to your smartphone, being able to adjust the settings through the app. All of those features and functions work very well for me. I really like Tactacam's app and how it works and the ease of use with this camera. Another positive was this camera's trigger speed. I thought this camera did very well. I had it set up where the animals would pass directly in front of the camera and at some distance from the camera. In all of the scenarios, this camera triggered almost immediately, catching the action either mid-frame or before it got to mid-frame. I thought the IRs on this camera did a good job illuminating the area. I had the camera mounted in a semi-open food plot. There were some fruit trees off to the side, and the camera's IR, whether it was no glow or low glow, did a very good job, and you could see exactly what was going on even at quite a distance from the camera. Now it sounds like the Reveal Ultra is a great camera, and I really believe it is, but are there any negatives or cons or things that I would change if I could? Well, I said in the beginning of this video that there is something that I don't like about the camera. I'm about to discuss that now. As I already mentioned, I did have a little bit of trouble with the live view, and in fact I have a bit of an update. I contacted customer service, and although that was a little bit of a debacle at first, I tried to call them and was on hold for 12-13 minutes and then just got disconnected. I next tried their live chat, which the whole time on hold on the phone call they were trying to push me towards that live chat. So I tried the live chat, nobody was available. I got a message saying sorry, although it's a live chat, nobody's here. I then tried to call again, and after being on hold for quite some time, I finally got a hold of a customer representative, which at that point turned into an excellent experience. They helped me with all the troubleshooting steps that they had and came to believe that my camera was in fact defective. So at this point I'm still waiting on that brand new Ultra to arrive while I'm still using my old one. Once the new one arrives, I can simply send that old one back, so I won't be down a camera and won't be missing any action. The other con, or the thing that I do not like, was when I got my Ultra camera, in order to use that live view and some of the other features, I had to have the unlimited plan. Now that in itself wasn't a terribly big deal to me. I can understand if you get a premium camera, if you want to use all the features, maybe you do have to upgrade to the most expensive plan. But the part that really got under my skin was the fact that I simply couldn't upgrade the one Ultra camera to the unlimited plan so that I could use all its features. No, every single camera I had on the app had to be upgraded to the unlimited plan. So you cannot simply just upgrade the one camera to the unlimited plan so that you can use those features. Every single camera had to be upgraded. Now this came at quite an expense, having to upgrade every single camera that you own or that you're operating. They all have to be operating on that same unlimited plan. So to me, this was definitely a downer, and it added quite a bit of cost to operate my fleet of cameras. In my mind, if you're operating multiple cameras, you should maybe be getting a break on the monthly plan, not being forced to operate all your cameras on the most expensive plan possible. Now with all that said, that really was the biggest and the only negative I've had while operating the Ultra camera. The camera's quality, both daytime and nighttime, was excellent in my opinion. The camera operated well, it quickly sent me photos and videos, the on-demand feature worked well. I had a little bit of a hiccup with the live view, but again, it's electronic. There are issues from time to time. I have no problem with that, especially after customer service can quickly resolve your issue. I'm just hoping in the future it can become even more affordable to operate multiple cameras, and hopefully you won't be forced to operate all your cameras on the most expensive plan. Please let us consumers pick and choose which camera we want which plan on, like most other Sighter cameras. So those were my thoughts. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you have an experience with Tactacam, or more specifically, the new Tactacam Reveal Ultra? Do you have any pros and cons that you'd like to share? If so, please leave your comment down in the comment section. I'll be placing an affiliate link down in the description for this camera. It is an affiliate link, so I do receive a small commission if you choose to make a purchase. I want to thank you in advance. I also want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.